Most business owners think they know how to sell, but Alex Hormozi's $100 million Money Models launch proved that the difference between an average offer and a record-breaking one is just a handful of small moves and a huge budget, of course. If you run a business, create offers, or want to scale, this breakdown video is for you, because this event wasn't just a book launch. It was a live sales masterclass watched by millions. And if you miss what he did, you miss the exact strategies that could change the way you sell. By the end of this video, you know the exact steps Alex Hormozi used to sell millions of books and generate millions of dollars in under 48 hours, and how you can adapt them to build offers that help customers buy without hesitation.
I'm Alex Hormozi, and welcome to my $100 million Money Models book launch event. And we're gonna try and break not one, but 2 world records together here live.
World record breaking attempt. Alex opened with mentioning that at the event he has invited officials from the Guinness World Record, and he will make an attempt to break not 1 but 2 world records, and this set the tone immediately. It wasn't just about a book, it was about creating a historic event. I'll walk you through what happened at the event, the key takeaways, behind the scenes analysis. I mean, come on, I had a VIP entrance, which in the end was not really any different than the others. The way that he used proof, testimonials, and snippets of the exact offers he made, plus some analysis of his sales tactics and how you can apply them in your own business. I'm Martin, and I run a design and development software agency where we help business owners make more money by automating processes, saving time, and delighting their customers with amazing experience. Check out more about us at optimist.studio. Masterclass in sales. This launch was not improvised, as you can imagine. Apparently, Alex and his team have been organizing this for a long time. This was an absolute masterclass in sales, going on for more than 7 hours live on YouTube. He has spent more than $4 million on ads and more than $1 million to organize the event itself. I would say really well prepared event. At a certain moment of the presentation, he unveiled some of the money models. One of them that specifically attracted my attention was delayed payouts. Nothing much new here, of course, but not the way he presented it. Imagine someone offers you something for $6,000 that you really want, but cash flow is tight this month. Then they say, no worries, wanna just do 24 payments at $249. If you really wanted it, you probably make it a no-brainer.
So picture this, a prospect says, I can't afford $6,000. Instead of losing the sale, you say, okay, what if we did $250 a month for 24 months? And you knew they'd pay. If they actually want your thing, then they'd say, yeah, no brainer. And if every week you turn one no into cash flow, it makes a massive difference at the end of the year. Now turn the tables. Imagine someone offers you something for $6,000 and you really want it, but cash flow's tight this month. Then they say, no worries, why don't you do 24 payments of $249? If you wanted it, that would probably make it a no-brainer.
So you will do it.
So you do it.
The key is just knowing when to offer it and how to make sure you get paid. This was a masterpiece because what he did at this moment was to plant the seed, which means he planted a seed in your mind that if an offer like this is made to you and you really like it, you would do it. And guess what happened after? Apparently later, he had an offer for $6,000 with that exact spread of $250. The price of the book is $30, but you can choose to donate 200 books to other business owners that you choose yourself, or if you don't redeem these books within 1 year, they'll just donate them to other business owners. And so to incentivize you to take the 200 books donation, there were tons of gifts and giveaways. So for example, there were 12 playbooks in a binder, a virtual conference, and access to his AI business advisor. So of course, the offer was $6,000 or 24 payments of $249.
It's also why I secured financing through a firm which works out to $249 a month for anyone who qualifies and wants to donate books.
So here's the takeaway. This was a textbook sales psychology. Anchor the desire, then lower the barrier, planting the seed first. Proof and testimonials. Alex Hormozi leaned hard on proof. He recently said on a podcast, you can do a sales presentation that is only testimonials and proof of work, and it will work really well. On August 16th, he showed more than 20 different testimonials on screen and invited 5 on stage.
And using these principles, Jorge was able to scale his ads and lead flow for his local pharmacy. He said, after launching the strategy your team gave us, business exploded, traffic surged by over 30%. We had to grow the team just to keep up the first month. And Ava, who's 19 years old, was able to take her content agency from 10 to 15 new deals a month to 40 to 60 new deals a month. And these were B2B high-ticket recurring sales. So that's your leads implementation system. 4 playbooks that solve the biggest leads constraints we found in 1,026 plus businesses.
Here is my takeaway. Compete on price or compete with proof. Alex forced the viewers to confront this decision. Also, did you notice all the faces on the wall behind him? Did you realize this was a YouTube video? So not a webinar where your face will appear naturally because you're not really recording it with the camera. So these were not random people at the back. Let's look into that. VIP perks and membership. If you prepaid the book before this event, you could get a VIP status of the event where you could ask questions and get some other extra bonuses, like a chance to win a day with Alex in Vegas, a copy of the book shipped to you first before other people, because when they say so many books, they only have so many pre-printed, so essentially you're getting it first. A VIP backstage pass to submit questions to the 5 mystery headliners. Essentially, this means you just submit a question and they choose one question they're going to ask on stage, and a live virtual workshop. Also, the option to be part of the affiliate program where there are more gifts that they're given away if you invite more people to watch the event. But none of these things really included being part of the list of people behind him on the stage. He actually mentioned briefly who these people behind him were.
This is the first time this data has ever been made available to anyone, and at no small cost. And if this sounds absurdly valuable, it's because it is. Normally, a fraction of this intelligence would cost $135,000 per consultation. It's literally the most valuable thing I can give you. In fact, many of the faces that you see behind me paid at least that. And after spending $135,000 on that work, the average business rated a 9.54 out of 10. It was a lot of work. And to be clear, these are experienced business owners. But numbers on a page can get overwhelming. So why don't we just ask them if they thought it was worth it? So if you guys could use the incredibly scientific method of holding your fingers up from 1 to 10, 1 being bad, 10 being great, could you tell everyone who's watching whether it was worth it? Can I get some fingers? So don't believe me, believe them. So why would I give away such an unstoppable machine?
I mean, come on. That is an amazing way to make a proof and a sale. You anchor the price at $135,000 and all the people who paid that are on the screen behind you showing this was great to back you up. And after several discounts and offers, he drops the price to $6,000. Technically speaking, the people behind paid for Do It With You service. Well, actually, if you buy the book and the playbooks and all these bonuses, you get to do it by yourself and not really to do it with you internally. And besides all of that, he invited the 5 mystery speakers who were, you guessed right, his clients. And to not only vouch for the book and the playbooks and the service, but also to share how they're making millions. And actually one of them is making billions. It's not only about the book. It was to showcase that you can be coached by him and be part of Mozi Nation and the whole movement. As I was telling you earlier, we are also offering services to business owners, the actual execution, automation systems, and building online platforms. To me, making a very good sales presentation is extremely important. So personally, a big takeaway is to add a lot more proof. He applies the books word by word. If you have been following Alex Hormozi and if you have read the $100 million offers book right here, you would know that he often mentions that there are customers ready to spend more than what your normal offer is. So essentially, he was presenting an offer for $6,000, but the few times he mentioned that there would be a second page after that where you could spend more to donate more books and get extra access to him for coaching. You would see that offer only if you have already purchased the 200 books, and then you'll see an offer for 800 books at what I would assume would be $24,000. And of course, this is his limited offer, so you have scarcity, to only 3,000 people. A classic example of sales and introducing scarcity. Upsell is a technique that he is introducing in the $100 million money model book, and scarcities is in the $100 million offers book. So if you haven't checked these books, make sure to do so. I'll put the links in the description below. Now let's continue with more models that he applied from the book. In the $100 million money models book, he mentions the various tactics of buy now and get later. So essentially, that's what you do when you pre-buy a book, right? Upselling, which we already discussed, an affiliate program which was available to those VIP viewers. Essentially, people who have pre-ordered the book and can invite more people to buy the book and get some extra bonuses. And the next one was the bonus continuity, which is exactly what he was doing with the presentation. He's providing more services so you could subscribe and get more of him. Plus, at the event, he talked about making an offer and getting stuff for free to upsell, and even applying scarcity by promoting one of the bonuses being available only while the event was live. This was the launch book. Essentially, this is the book with all their scripts, all their memos and notes on how to organize such a live event. And this book was included in the big package of 200 books, so basically a $6,000 offer, only if you buy it during the event, talking about urgency.
To put this together so that you can model it in whatever you want to launch, whether it's new products, new locations, new services, new features, whatever, you can launch it using this. Free when you donate 200 books to other entrepreneurs at go.acq.com. And if you qualify through a firm, you can donate books to get everything in your hands for as low as $249 a month, interest-free. All right, this is if you qualify.
Up to this point, we've seen proof, scarcity, and upsells, but here's a bigger question for you. You can just answer in the comments below. If you were in his audience, would you buy the $30 book, the $6,000 package, or the $24,000 upgrade? This was the moment that the viewers had to evaluate not just the offer, but what they value more: knowledge and access to himself and the execution tips. Breaking the world record. Now, let's check whether at this point, if they broke the world record with sales. And sure they did.
No shit. There we go.
You broke the record. You broke the record. Hi, Alex.
Well, shit. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to cuss. My bad. Well, shoot. So I'll tell you guys, So I set this record, I set this goal because I wanted to, the idea of putting a book in every entrepreneur's hands in America was something that was really dear to me, because this was, like, everything I have is because of things I've learned and because of other people who decided to write it down. And I thought, man, if I built a brand that was like everything, instead of trying to hide it, just put everything out there, all the details. Like, it would have been amazing if Bezos and Musk, and like, I've had to glean all these things from their tiny interviews, but I was like, how can I just put this out there and just build a brand based on that? And so what was really crazy is that when I looked at the nonfiction book sales records, so this is kind of crazy, but of the top 10, 9 of them are politicians. And I thought to myself, I was like, and of both parties, it's both parties. And I was like, how is it that the top 10 nonfiction, books are all written by people who basically had state sponsoring, and the people who are paying those bills is us. We're the entrepreneurs. We're the ones doing it. And so I was like, man, one of us should get that. And so part of the reason that I did this was for that. I was like, one of us should have, like, it's all of ours. I take this as all of ours. This is not mine. Like, I couldn't have done this without you, which is why I said that to begin with. It's like, how can I have you help me make this happen for everyone? So this is really a reward for you guys. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome.
I will leave the timestamps of these moments in the description below. And at this point, they broke the world record of fastest selling nonfiction book in 24 hours. And mind you, this was just 2 hours in from the event. The event continued for more than 7 hours. And if 7 hours seemed to you a lot, what really blew my mind is that on Sunday, August the 17th, they actually held another event that was almost 7 hours long to continue promoting the book. I think he absolutely nailed it. This is a really good analysis from the team behind organizing it to realize that the longer the launch would be, the more viewers there would be, and more likely they would sell more books, especially with the offer of donating 200 books, which is a way to inflate the overall number of purchases. More beats better. That's a quote from the Leads book. Naturally, what I think is that getting more people to show up online and increasing the event length is increasing the sales. And while we're on the topic of $100 million money models, I think this event was the exact example of that. Let me tell you that by the end of the second day, they have already sold more than 3 million books, each of which is $30. This puts it really close to $100 million in the first 48 hours. A small add-on. I started recording this video on Monday, August the 18th, and I did not realize that there is a third day event. It's going on for 3 days, not only 2. So the third day was going on for 11 hours. It was mostly phone calls. By the end of the third day, there were 3.6 million copies sold, which essentially means he sold more than $100 million in books. Well done. Presentation techniques. Essentially, the whole 1,700 slides that he put online were amazing sales presentation, but I was also paying attention on his body language and the way that he presents, especially at the moments when he makes the ask or when he wants to draw higher attention. Let's look at this.
For 3 payments of 3 interest-free payments of $0.
Did you notice the pauses? This is really well rehearsed and not happening by chance. The pauses attract attention and interest. They turn up the adrenaline. Actually, even for him, you can see how he starts moving around. He starts to shuffle back and forth. Before that, he was a bit more static. Let's see this video again and notice the difference between how static he was first and then how he got moving and shuffling.
For 3 payments of 3 interest-free payments of $0.
Essentially, his whole slides deck is a presentation masterpiece. Easy one-sentence slides, each of them with direct messages and simple sentences with small illustrations. Much easier to present than having to memorize it all, or if you have long slides with a lot of text. You can click on the link below in the description if you want to see our slide decks and booking a call with me or someone from my team to help you with design and development services. Offers breakdown. So if you want to know what were the exact offers that he made during the presentation on stage, I will add the exact timestamps, but actually we can look at them together now. So for the basic offer, just getting the book at the event for $30, you get all of this.
You'll also get the Money Models audiobook, 100% free. So you get both the Money Model system and the Money Models audiobook, all free. And for those of you who are here for my promise at the beginning, to get something that's better than an NFT and less than a Bitcoin, I've got something else for you here live. Did I say that I wrote just 1 book since last time? Well, I didn't. I wrote another book in secret. And so it's with great pride that I'd like to present to you The Lost Chapters. This thing is beautiful. This tome contains 24 chapters that I couldn't fit in offers, leads, or money models. It includes concepts like this and this. So you get the Money Model system, you get the Money Models audiobook, and the Lost Chapters, all free. That's enough value, right? Yeah? Or is there even more? Because to not just read this stuff, you with me here today, get not 14 days free, not 30 days free, not 45 days free, not even 60 days free, but 90 days free. And number 3, since inception, school's price has been $99 a month. It hasn't changed. But since you're here with me live today, for anyone who stays after the 90 days free, that gives you the time to get going to use this stuff, we drove down the price from $99 a month to only $9 a month. For life. But it's only for this book launch. So I'm proud to say, and maybe you'll agree with me, that we accomplished all 3. You can install the full Money Model stack into the platform. You have 7 times the free time to actually get going. 11 times cheaper price afterwards. So if you're an up-and-coming entrepreneur, this is your free tech starter kit. This is the best head start I can give you. I get it. I was broke. This is the head start I can give you. So you get the Money Model system, the Money Models audiobook, the Lost Chapters, and school, all free. and a lifetime lower rate after 90 days for $9. And so all those will be available Tuesday morning after the launch. So now at the beginning.
And if you want to get the 200 books offer for $5,998 or $250 in 6 months, only for those in the United States, you're getting all of this.
So when you donate $200, which is a true $5,998 value, you're gonna get the lead system, which includes the Go to Dads playbook, the Hooks playbook, the branding playbook, the marketing machine playbook so you can replace your face, the branding playbook so you can actually build the brand that gets the clicks, that gets the sales at the premium prices that you want. You're also gonna get the sales system, which includes lead nurture, closing, and the proof checklist. All three free. If people aren't buying fast enough, or your sales team isn't closing, or you're the only sales team, this is the solution for that problem. Next, we have the delivery system, which is we gotta make them worth more, we gotta get them to keep paying. And so how do you do that? We have more analytics and more data on retaining customers than I think just about anyone because of the nature of the companies that I own. And so I put everything that we've learned from millions of dollars in research into here and organized into literal checklists. You can just follow them, free, when you donate $200. On top of that, you get the fast cash playbook, the pricing playbook, and the price raise playbook. These are the fastest, lowest operational drag things you can immediately implement in the business to try and cover this donation. Not a promise that's gonna happen. I'm just saying that these would be the things that I would start with if I was like, what do I do tomorrow that's the least change that I can make in the business to try and generate cash flow? That's what I would do. So you get all four of those systems free when you donate $200. Plus, the ACQ AI trained on $31 million of consulting work. Every one of the faces you see behind me. $31 million of consulting work with 226 plus businesses, probably multiple just like yours. So you're like, what should I do? Ask. That's why I did it for 2 years. And the ACQ virtual workshop, that'll show you which playbook to start with, how to personalize it, and we'll show you how to use the tools to get to where you want to go. And while we're still live, we have the Launch Black Book, which contains everything that I spent millions of dollars on, literally, to put this together so that you can model it in whatever you want to launch, whether it's new products, new locations, new services, new features, whatever. You can launch it using this. Free when you donate $200 to other entrepreneurs at go.acq.com. And if you qualify through a firm, you can donate books to get everything in your hands for as low as $249 a month, interest-free.
The human touch. At that point, the event presentation was pretty much done. The rest of the 7 hours was pretty much repeating that offer and taking calls of people and helping them to save their bottlenecks in business, which makes it really relatable.
Do you want to call Peter back from insurance? Option 1, he did call back. Option 2 is you can go with Rayhan, telehealth, $6 million a year. Or option 3, we can go Caden. All right, Caden it is. All right, I'll hit Peter next. I see some Peters in there. All right.
This is Caden.
What's up, Caden?
Is this Alex?
It is indeed. Hit me. What's you're doing what? 48 million in revenue? That's what I saw in the message.
Yes, sir. So we're pacing for 48 million this year.
As a gesture of gratefulness to the Australians who watched the presentation, going on and on for 7 hours, starting 9 a.m. Eastern time in the US, which was 2 a.m. at Australian time, he actually honored them by drinking beer from his shoe. Yeah, he did it.
Aussies, this is for you. You guys are awesome.
Like a fucking champ.
Thank you, guys. Get every last bit.
So if you're interested in Alex Hormozi and his public appearances, his books, and the videos he posts online, you can follow him across various formats quite easily. There's a newsletter that you can subscribe to and putting down your interests. It's called AIinsider.co. You could just put there that you're interested in Alex Hormozi. So you're gonna get every week different articles, different videos, book recommendations related to topics that he talks about. So I think it's really good service and it's free as well. So definitely worth checking. So if you have been, thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and share this video to other people that may be interested in skipping the 14 hours event. and getting it in a small breakdown structure. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.